Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So as a quick recap, in the first verse we saw what are the qualification of a guru. So what are the qualification of a guru? What are the qualification of a guru? Who knows? A bona fide spiritual master.
One who can control his mind, anger, tongue, belly.
Sunita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. One who controls the 6 urges, Mataji. That is.
You know the verse?
Yes,
You know the verse?
Mataji.
Yeah.
Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jihva vegam, udaro pasta vegam, etan vegan, yo vishaye tadiraha, sarvam apimam, prithvim sa shishtiha.
Very good. Yeah. So that's the verse for somebody who is controlling the mind, in the sense controlling the mind, anger, genitals, belly, okay, tongue, urge to speech, everything. Okay. So that's the qualification of a bona fide spiritual master. What about the verse 2? Verse 2. What are the 6 things which destroy bhakti? Prafulla Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Adyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha jana sanghascha lalyascha sarvir bhakti vinasyati. So adyahara, prayasa, prajalpo, niyamagraha, jana sangha, and lalyascha Mataji. 6.
Yes. So atyahara includes what? Okay. Sudha Mataji, atyahara includes atyahara.
Hare Krishna Mataji. It means like overeating or collecting, which is not means unnecessarily holding of things like that.
Yes. Yes. So prayascha. Okay. Anybody can answer.
Over endeavoring, Mataji.
Over endeavoring. Collecting all that. Yes. Over endeavoring. So atyahara, prayascha. Prajalpa.
Unnecessary gossip.
Talking, idle talking.
Yeah. Like
Unnecessary
gossip.
unnecessary mundane subject.
Yeah. And then Jalpa. Niyamagraha.
Not following the rules and too much attachment to the rules.
For immediate benefit.
And neglecting rules and regulations.
Rules and regulations.
So it can be niyama agraha, niyama agraha, right? 2 topics are there. Okay.
Agra means Mataji, too much of attachment, and agra means to not to means neglecting the details like that.
Yes. Okay. Yes. So too much attachment or not following, both are problem. And what about Jana Sangha? Jana Sangha includes what?
Association with
Associating
materialistic
with
people.
Yeah. So that is Asas Sangatyage Ye Vaishnavachar. That's what the Mahaprabhu says. No, we should try to give up the association of non-devotees. Okay. And Jana Sangasha Laulyam. Laulyam is
Greedy for mundane things, mundane achievements.
Or yes. So these are the things which will destroy a bhakti. And what are the 6 things which favors bhakti? Who knows? Chitra Mataji.
Utsagad nishya dhairya tat karma pravartanat sangatyaga satovrita shadbir bhakti pradishyati. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prasiddhyati. So ulsaha nishya dhairya. So ulsaha means enthusiasm, then patience and confidence, and tattat karma pravartana, following all the the 9 devotional process, chanting, shravanam, kirtanam, vishnu smaranam, all that, tattat karma pravartana. Then sangatyage sadovrittis. What is that? Sangatyage sadovritti means? Anybody can answer.
Giving unnecessary type of
association of
association.
Non-devotees.
Sadovritti means?
Following in the footsteps
Following
of previous acharyas.
Footsteps of previous acharyas.
Following the footsteps of previous acharyas. Mahajanena gadasya panta. Okay. So in that way, the 6 things which will grow, which will help us grow bhakti. Now today we'll see the 6 loving exchange among devotees. Okay. What are the 6 loving exchanges? What that means association. We always hear these words. Sadhu Sangha, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarvasiddhi Hoisa Sadhu Sangha. But we don't know what is that association means. They say association. association, what do we mean? Just be with the devotees? No, there are 6 aspects of association. Tadadi pratigrihnaadi guhyam akyadi prichidi bhunte bojadade chaiva shadvida pridi lakshana. So the first 4 verses of Nectar of Instruction has to be memorized in your Bhakti Shastri course, okay, including this sloka. That is, what are the 6 loving exchange among devotees? So you give gift, you accept gift, you give charity or prasadam, you accept prasadam, and you reveal your mind and you hear with confidence. In the sense, you can't reveal your mind to everybody. You know, it says everybody has problem. 50% of the people are happy that you have problem, and 50% can't help you. So we should tell our problems in spiritual life as well as material life to confidential devotees, senior devotees who can actually guide us, like a mentor, someone you can win the trust and he can really help you to take decisions, and developing proper attitude towards devotee. So the first verse we saw the controlling the 6 urges. 2 to 3 is about 6 favorable and unfavorable condition. Today we'll see the 6 kinds of loving exchange between devotees. Okay, we'll see that. So understanding the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. So what is that? Okay, with reference to the Sanskrit words, we'll see. So the practical ways of applying, it can be practically applied, and this all we'll be seeing today. Okay, so in this verse in text 4, Dadati Pratigrihnadi Guhyam Akyaji Prachiti. The verse is not there. Okay, Bhunte Bojadesheva Shadvida Priti Lakshana. Dadati. Okay, giving charity to the devotees. Like how do you, Rupa Goswami says how to perform devotional activities in association of devotees. So Dadadi. Dadadi means giving gift to devotees. Now when you meet devotees, you give gift and you accept from the devotees whatever they may offer in return. Opening one's mind to the Guhyamakya Viprachati. This is very, very important. Guhyamakya, opening one's mind to the devotees and inquiring from them about confidential service of the Lord. That Bhukte Bojade Chiva, honoring prasadam or spiritual food given by devotees and feeding devotee with prasadam. Now, when we say we should not associate with non-devotees, means we should not do these 6 things with non-devotees. We can give prasadam, but don't accept food given by them. Definitely, you can give prasadam. Prabhupada says, whichever place you work, in my place of work, if I take prasadam and go, they really can't accept because there's so many different types of religious people there. And mostly karmis. Some are religious. So what we do, you can take dry fruits, which you offer to your deities, and then take off the tulsi. And then when you have a chat or sometimes there'll be a tea break and they'll be having tea, you can have some juice or something. And that time you can just give them, they share. Don't take food from them because that's not prasadam, but this food you can give to them, that prasadam. And then anyway, it can be a sweet or something, any special days, wherever you are, even relatives, you can give that prasadam. So today I was hearing that story where, where the Beatles, initially in 60s, when Prabhupada sent 3 Grihastha disciples to Europe to establish Krishna consciousness because Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati wanted Krishna consciousness to grow in London. And he has sent so many of his disciples, nobody succeeded. So Prabhupada had a desire. He just told Prabhupada, spread Krishna consciousness in the West. Didn't say which place, but still Prabhupada knew that his guru wanted Krishna consciousness to be sprouted in London. So he sends the 3 devotee couples, which include Yamuna Devi Dasi Mataji, Malti Mataji, and Janaki Mataji, along with Shyam Sundar Prabhu and Mukunda Prabhu and all. So the devotee couples went and they were very poor. They didn't even have a place to stay. They were struggling initially. So that time the Beatles is that Apple album they had, and this George Harrison and everyone, it was like huge hit in London. It was like London was crazy about them and they were very, very, very popular. So somehow Shyam Sundar Prabhu went to meet George Harrison, and George Harrison, after waiting for a long time, he asked, "Are you the Hare Krishnas? I was waiting to see you because I was so touched by your Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So let's make an album." And before that, Yamuna Devi Das Mataji, who's a very good cook, she used to make, because they are having the apple album, they used to make all the dishes with apple. Apple pudding, apple pie, apple cake, and so many things, apple juice, so many things of apple. And they used to offer to Krishna and give it as prasadam. So slowly, the Beatles, the whole group, including George Harrison, was having prasadam daily. One day they stopped giving prasadam. So the Beatles came and asked, where is your prasadam? We want this apple stuffs. So that means their consciousness was slowly changing. And George Harrison later on became very serious in Krishna consciousness. And they made an album which became the huge hit of that whole year. I mean, the whole London was chanting Hare Krishna. And the newspaper headlines came, right? The Hare Krishna's swipes London, something like that. The London chants Hare Krishna, something was the news headline. So this was the effect of prasadam. They just gave some apple preparation offered to Krishna, and then slowly the consciousness changed. They were completely, and George Harrison finally wanted to, they gave this Bhakti Vedanta manor. You've seen that big building in London, which is this George Harrison gave to Prabhupada, the whole building, big, huge building for Krishna conscious temple. ISKCON temple. And finally, George Harrison wanted to surrender to Prabhupada and give up his profession and be a full-time devotee. But Prabhupada said, no, because of your profession, many will get attracted to you. So use that profession in service of Krishna. So he used it. So prasadam has so much power that you don't know who will become a devotee. So honoring prasadam, not only to living entities, to humans, you can feed the animals also with prasadam, so they become spiritualized next life. So you cannot accept food from non-devotees, but you can give prasadam to them. Okay, so this is one thing. And don't open your mind to a non-devotee. If you go to a non-devotee and say, I could not chant properly, I don't have taste in reading Srila Prabhupada's book, what will they say? Good, don't read, don't chant. They can't help you in any way. They themselves don't have taste. So go to those devotees. If you go to a neophyte devotee, even they can't help you. If you go to your same level devotees, they will also have the same problem. So you should always go to senior devotees, like somebody might be senior by age or might be senior in the movement, so many years in Krishna consciousness. You can tell them, see Mataji or Prabhu, this is best is a Mataji having association with a Mataji. You can open up nicely all your problems with your husband and whatever it is. So it's better to have a Mataji and Mataji association, and Prabhus can talk to Prabhus, because each one have their own personal things to share, which you will feel awkward to share with the opposite gender. So giving gift to devotees, accepting gifts from devotees, opening your mind to the devotees in the sense, whatever problems we have or whatever a thing is which is blocking you in your mind, or some doubts in devotional life or material life, spiritual life, all you can open to the devotee, hoping for an answer, hoping for a solution, and inquiring from them the confidential service of the Lord. Mataji, how do you chant, or what other books you read? And then you can inquire like that. So these are the 6 types of association with devotees. Okay, Dadadi. First is Dadadi, giving gifts. Dadadi Pradigrihnadi. According to the Dadadi principle, an advanced devotee is supposed to spend at least 50% of income in the service of the Lord and his devotee. Sri Rupa Goswami has set such an example in his life. When he decided to retire, he distributed 50% of life's earning to Krishna service, 25% to his relatives, and kept 25% for his personal emergencies. This example should be followed by all devotees. Whatever one's income, 50% should be spent on behalf of Krishna and his devotees, and this will fulfill the demand of Dadadi. So Dadadi means giving charity. Okay, in who else did like this? 50% of the income was used for worshipping Ganges.
Kolaveja Sridhar.
Kolaveja Sridhar, very good. So Kolaveja Sridhar also did the same thing. Okay, even though he was poor, he used 50% of his income in Krishna service. So we may not be able to do that, because as a grihastha, you have so many other commitments and other expenditures. But at least some part of our income can be used in Krishna consciousness. And so in that way, that is called Dadadi, giving the principle. It is said most of the time we go to temple to ask from Krishna. Krishna, I want that, I want this. But how many of us go to temple to ask Krishna, what do you want? Krishna, what do you want? What should I give to you as a bhog today? Or what service can I do to you? So most of us want to take from Krishna, but we don't give to Krishna, but not knowing Ishavasya principle that everything belongs to the Lord. So if you take some water from Ganges and offer back to Ganges, like that's how they worship Mother Ganges, what is the loss or gain for Ganges? No loss or gain. You're taking water from Ganga and putting back to it. What is the, so similarly, you're taking from Krishna. All this what we have, we got from Krishna. And you're offering back to Krishna. What is the loss or gain for Krishna? So why do you offer then? Why do we offer to Krishna? Manasi?
For our purification,
For
Mataji.
purification, Mataji.
Yes, and what else will happen? We get
Mataji, whenever we eat the food, then we are like killing the animal for like that. And Krishna also says that those who don't offer to Lord Krishna, they verily eat only sin. So to purify ourselves and be freed from that sin, we offer to the Lord. And it also shows our gratitude that whatever Krishna has given us in this life. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Jyoti Mataji? Yes. Kanjan Mataji, same answer?
Hare Krishna Mataji. There's example here given that like there's a father and he has 4 sons. So all the 4 sons, he divide his wealth in them, or he just bring a fruit and he divide in them. So like who gives back to Krishna is like just that son who gives back to his father. So father doesn't want the fruit or the wealth back, but he cherishes it and he feels that my son is giving me this, and he feels really very good that my son is also I'm also part of my son's family. So that's how Krishna feels.
Okay. Yes, Jyoti Mataji?
Mataji, one answer is given by Manasvi Mataji, gratitude. Another is to express love and affection for Krishna.
Yes.
So that is what Krishna wants.
Okay. Yes, Sarvendri Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam. Mataji, by giving to Krishna, we can become a bit more renounced and go more one step more ahead towards bhakti.
Yes.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna
Neeraja
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, whatever we give little for Krishna, it should be given out of love, Mataji. And whatever palatable things, if we give without love, he doesn't accept it. So we have to give it with full of love and affection, Mataji, to Krishna.
Yes. So we get that mercy also, no, by giving to Krishna. Krishna, there is no loss or gain, but we get that mercy. Oh, yes, that is actually, let's say prasadam is actually mercy of the Lord. And prasadam sarva dukkhana, all the miseries and sinful activities, everything gets crushed by taking prasadam. And that's one way to cross Maya, Krishna also says to Uddhava. Uddhava says to Krishna, Tava ubabhukta ganda vaso alankara charchita uchishta bhojanam dasa tava mayam jayamihi. So we can cross Maya by using the garlands offered to the Lord, the ganda, the scented ointment used by the Lord, or the clothes, the ornaments, which was used by the Lord, or prasadam. So by using, taking prasadam, we can cross Maya also. So prasadam is Prabhupada says prasadam is the diet, chanting is the medicine. So you do chanting on the other side, and if you don't take prasadam, the process, you can't quickly advance. You've seen some of them advancing so fast, you check their diet, it will be prasadam, they're taking prasadam. So if some situation at home, you're not able to take prasadam, that's fine. But at least try to take dry fruits or fruits or some water, something offered to Krishna and part of your diet. Okay, so that is Dadadi. So giving principle. And of course, we cannot imitate the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we should follow his footsteps. We are not powerful enough to enchant the lower animals like tigers, snakes, cats, and dogs to dance. But by chanting the holy name of the Lord, we can actually convert many people throughout the world to Krishna consciousness. Contributing and distributing the holy name of the Lord is a sublime example for contributing or giving charity. So Dadadi doesn't mean only gift. Dadadi also means giving spiritual knowledge, giving the holy name to others. So which instance is mentioned here by Mahaprabhu? You know what happened?
Jharkhand forest.
Yeah, so when Mahaprabhu went to the Jharkhand forest, Dule Dule Gaurachan, Hari Gunagai. So he was dancing, and all the tigers and snakes and deers, everybody started dancing Hari Hari. So Prabhupada says, we can't make animals dance and chant, but yes, we can make at least people dance and chant. So that is the Dadi. Pradigrihnadi means accepting in return. And Guhyamakyadi Prichadi means inquiring confidentially. When a devotee distributes prasadam, remnants of food offered to Krishna, in order to maintain our spirit of devotional service, we must accept the prasadam as Lord's grace and receive through the pure devotees. We should also invite pure devotees to our home, offer them prasad, and be prepared to please them in our respect. This is called Bhungte Bhojande Chaiva. Okay. So dadadi pradigrahane means giving and accepting prasadam. Then bhukte bhojade cheva means no gifts. Dadadi and pradigrahane means accepting and giving gifts. And bhukte bhojade cheva means taking prasadam and giving prasadam. So it is said that Vaishnavas should be called. When Advaita Acharya had the Shraddh ceremony, whom did he call? He called a lot of Brahmanas, but whom did he give the prasadam first?
Haridas Thakur.
Haridas Thakur.
What did he say? Feeding Haridas Thakur is equal to
Feeding millions of Brahmanas.
millions of Brahmanas. Why? Because Haridas Thakur is a Vaishnava. Okay, so that's why more glorious to feed a Vaishnava. So that way we can also do some. Recently, last week, our devotee friends, they had a housewarming. So they called all the friend devotees and they gave prasadam and they had Harinam Sankirtan in the home. So I feel that's the way of having a housewarming. Having Sankirtan, the whole house get purified, and then installing the deities or pictures and then calling all the devotees and having giving nice prasadam. So this is what devotees do at that time. So Bhukte Bhojade Cheva. And we have to protect ourselves with the association of Mayavadis or atheists. That's what Prabhupada says. It is a negative injunction of this verse that we should refrain from giving anything to or accept anything from Mayavadis or atheists. Mahaprabhu also warned, Vishaira Anna Khaile Dushta Hayamana. Vishaira Anna Khaile. If you eat the Anna or food that is given by a Mayavadi or an atheist, it's kind of Visha, like a poison. And Dushta Hayamana, our mind will get impurified. So by eating food prepared by worldly people, one's mind become wicked. That's why in temple, most of the temples, it's initiated devotees who cook. Or that means they chant 16 rounds. Or when the standard is high, even especially our temple, when new DT kitchen comes, the Brahmanic initiated is only allowed to cook. That's because the consciousness should not change or get affected. So it's very important who cooks for us. I say if our husband take initiation, it's always better the wife takes because the wife is cooking for the husband. If it's the other way around, that's okay. If the wife have taken initiation, maybe she is cooking. It depends on who cooks actually because the consciousness is important. So it is said, Vishaira and Kaile Tushtahayaman. Our mind will get impurified by eating this. Unless one is very advanced, he is unable to utilize everyone's contribution to further the Krishna conscious movement. Therefore, on principle, one should not accept charity from the Mayavadis or atheists. Indeed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has forbidden devotees to associate with even with ordinary men who are too addicted to material sense gratification. Men attracted to wine and women. When we say women, it's not just women is Maya. Women is Maya for men and men is Maya for women. Both the ways it is. So sometimes for the theory purpose, women is used everywhere and they say women is Maya, women is Maya. No, women is Maya for a man, but then men is again Maya for a woman. Okay, so in that way, Prabhupada says, whoever is so attached to material sense gratification, we should not associate with such people. What will happen when we associate with such people? The worldly minded people. What happens to us?
Even we also will follow their.
We indulge their consciousness.
Yes, Supriti Mataji.
We also start thinking like them, Mataji.
Yeah. So, like when you join with the drunkards, we also automatically become drunkards. That's why the power of association is. So it's so better to not get involved with them. Give association, don't take association. That's what it said. But sometimes it's very difficult, no? Very difficult to avoid worldly minded people because once we were all friends, once we were all with them, then suddenly they'll say, my friend came to Krishna consciousness and she don't spend time with family only. Because the husband, kids, they will talk about worldly things and she's not interested. She wants to talk about Krishna. And they will be like not so interested. So we should not be like that. Suddenly don't become like an alien in the family or the relatives. But just be antarnishta bahya vyavahar. That's what Mahaprabhu said, no? Inside, be always thinking about Krishna. But outside, just be with them, worldly people. But then we should not get influenced by them. That's very difficult actually. That's why Mahaprabhu said, in Kali Yuga, it's very difficult unless we are advanced to stay away from them. Whatever, yeah. And also we fall down. Yes, we get influenced by them. That's why we should leave that association. So Prabhupada watch what is Prabhupada saying. The life of a Krishna conscious society is nourished by these 6 types of loving exchange among the members. Therefore, people must be given a chance to associate with devotees of ISKCON, because simply by reciprocating in the 6 way mentioned above, an ordinary man can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. So when when devotees mingle with non-devotees, they actually get benefited. When we give prasadam, when we give gifts, what happened? They get the benefit. Okay, so we have a small group exercise. Discuss the venues and circumstances when these 6 symptoms of loving exchange can be applied within ISKCON. Some instances, okay, and reflect on experience of applying the 6 symptoms of love among devotees over the last 2 weeks. Okay, so which one you want? I think you can take this. Yeah, this is nice actually. Discuss the challenges faced in Guhyam Akyadi Prachati. Okay, Guhyam Akyadi Prachati means revealing one's mind and confidentially inquiring. They demonstrate ways to overcome challenges we are facing in applying them. But sometimes we'll face problems, no, when we go for Guhyam Akyadi Prachati. Okay, so what are they and how do you overcome that? So it's kind of a practical application. Guhyam Akyadi Prachati means revealing our mind and inquiring. So how do you use this in your Krishna conscious life? And what are the challenges that is faced when doing this and how do you overcome it? Okay. So got the question? What are the challenges and how do you overcome Guhyam Akyadi Prachati principle?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Let me go for an open